Intermezzo is an autobiographical piece. Strauss wrote the libretto as well as the music, and he used for the story very much his wife as his muse. After Frau Neuschattel, Strauss wanted to write something much simpler, a simple story about a relationship, something like a bourgeois comedy, as he called it. And he tried to find a librettist for it. He couldn't find anyone. He wanted a simple story about an event that had happened between him and his wife, Pauline. 20 years before then, she had opened a letter addressed to him, and in the letter there was a message from a woman called Miss Meyer who wanted tickets for the opera, and afterwards said, "See you afterwards at the bar." She assumed this woman was having an affair with her husband and asked for divorce. They finally realized that there had been a misunderstanding. There was a different Strauss involved, and this woman had just found his address in a phone book. That event that happened then 20 years before the writing of Intermezzo is the basis for this story. You also then get musical interludes. The piece is called Intermezzo, and that refers to those musical intermezzi. There are, I think, about 16 of them in the piece. And in between each scene change, you have an intermezzo. And there are some of Strauss's best music. Strauss described the piece as a bourgeois comedy with musical interludes. And I think the word comedy is quite important. If you read the libretto, it's without listening to the music, it's very well written and very touching and very funny. It could be a vaudeville play. It's got a telephone ringing. It has the lover, the Baron, appearing on the scene, the telegram arriving, people playing cards in Vienna. So it's incredibly varied and modern, but at the same time, at its core, it's got a very serious message about relationships and the ups and downs of relationship and the longevity of relationships. It's incredibly uplifting and warm and touching and funny, very funny as well. This piece is so rarely done. I think when it is done, you have to come and see it. It's now is your chance to see it and to judge for yourself. And believe me, you're not going to regret it. It's a fabulous piece.